Warning: some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Dude, if you bite me, I'm gonna kick your teeth out.
2 Henry County police officers and 3 Hampton police officers found 24-year-old Fernando Rodriguez walking alone, naked, back in 2019.
The story comes to us from thehill.com. 5 police officers were indicted on Friday for the 2019 asphyxiation death of a man who attended the Imagine Music Festival in Hampton, Georgia. Now, the officers identified as Robert Butera, Quentin Phillips, Marcus Stroud, Gregory Bolden, and Mason Lewis were indicted on murder charges related to the death of 24-year-old Fernando Rodriguez, according to NBC News. Now, after leaving the music festival, Rodriguez was reportedly walking naked near the Atlanta Motor Speedway when he was confronted by a group of officers. He's probably on drugs. According to NBC, which cited the Henry County District Attorney's Office and edited body camera footage, the officers used a stun gun against Rodriguez and pressed him to the ground while he was handcuffed and shackled. They stunned Rodriguez with their tasers more than a dozen times, according to WGCL-TV. And that's a CBS affiliate in Georgia. And per the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, they knelt on top of him on the road for nearly 10 minutes. Rodriguez died in the hospital days later. The state medical examiner ruled his death homicide by asphyxiation. There's another one where the cops sit on the guy's back until he can't breathe, and then he dies.
5 police officers now indicted in the death of a man tased 15 times. The officers say Rodriguez wasn't following commands. Paula Suro joining us now with more on these charges. Paula.
And you know, that video is still so shocking to see. Well, this indictment lists many charges, including malice murder and felony murder. So we spoke to the firm representing Fernando Rodriguez's family, which tells us his parents and brother are relieved after everything they've been through.
Now, Paige Pate, an attorney to Rodriguez's family, according to NBC, said in a statement, quote, Fernando's family has been patiently waiting for justice in this case, and they are very glad to see that the process is now moving forward.
For 24-year-old Fernando Rodriguez's family, it's been more than 2 years of heartache and patience.
The family was certainly hopeful that all of the officers would be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, and it seems like that is exactly what's happening.
Friday afternoon, after 2 days of testimony from witnesses, a grand jury indicted Henry County police officers Robert Butera and Quentin Phillips, as well as Hampton police officers Mason Lewis, Marcus Stroud, and Gregory Bolden. Each one formally charged with 1 count of malice murder, 2 counts of felony murder, and 1 count of aggravated assault.
To us, yes, it was a clear case of excessive force, which resulted in Mr. Rodriguez's death.
We are especially grateful that the officers have all been charged with murder, and we think the charges fit the crime.
The officers are charged with 1 count of violation of oath of office for this moment captured on body cam video, where you see officers applying pressure to Rodriguez's body while being held against the ground, handcuffed. Rodriguez was tased 15 times that night and later died at a hospital.
It's still difficult in Georgia to get police officers charged with crimes, much less convicted of crime. So we think this is a good first step, but the case is far from over.
The grand jury will issue warrants for the officers' arrest next week.
3 of the officers resigned from the Hampton Police Department following the confrontation with Rodriguez, according to NBC, which cited Hampton City Manager Alex Cohilas. Stroud resigned just weeks afterward on October 16, 2019, and Bolden and Lewis also resigned, though not until August 5th of this year. So 3 of them have resigned. What happened to the other 2? Are they still waiting to see if they're going to get fired or not? Arrest warrants for the officers will likely be issued, and of course that's this week. But the family said we're patiently waiting for justice. Yeah, keep waiting, because you ain't got justice yet. What you have is an indictment. What you have are charges. That's not justice. Justice is when they're behind bars doing this or looking out the little window of the prison going, hi, we're doing 24 to life. That's justice. What we have here is just an indictment.
Now, Rodriguez's family also filed a federal civil rights lawsuit against the Henry County Police Department. The firm said the same lawsuit against the city of Hampton has been settled for $3 million. Jennifer?
All right, Paola, we're going to continue to follow this one. Thank you so much for that update.
What do you all think about that? Indictment or more?